Okay, I will start now. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Let's Talk About the Football from last weekend. It's episode 7, lucky number 7 for some. Fantastic week for the Mighty Magpies. The Mighty Magpies who soar so high in the sky. It was like having some pie in the sky and being able to eat it up, and the mince or whatever you have instead of mince, like soya or soybeans, something like that. So for today's episode, I'm joined by Martin Hudson.
Well, hello. You sound a little bit croaky. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. I had a lot of Lionade today.
I know.
And it was quite nice. Just enjoying life at the minute. Having a good one. And Millwall beat Stoke Saturday. Don't really like Millwall. First game of the weekend was Everton versus West Ham. Everton, Moyes, the Moyes man. The last game, actually, interesting for fact man, women, them, fact people. This was the last game between Everton and West Ham to take place at Goodison Park. Martin,
I think a draw was probably a fair result, wasn't it? They're not the prettiest. They're not the most fashionable clubs. They're like the two kids in class. You know, they're not the most popular. They're not the outsiders either. Virgins, yes, probably. And they know the place, and they do a little Minecraft thing together. I have no idea what Minecraft is, you know. I know it's some sort of blocky graphic thing, and that is genuinely my entire knowledge of Minecraft. Do you know what Minecraft is, Jamie?
Yeah, it's about blocks, and you've got to maneuver blocks, and it's like Sims in a way, but more spiky.
But anyway, I've not written anything about the game, actually, other than just a little note here. Thomas Souček.
Ipswich against Nottingham Forest. 2-4. What a fucking result that is. That's a great scoreline to look at, especially away from home.
When a farm takes on a forest, there's only one winner, especially when that forest is on fire, which Nottingham Forest certainly is. Sorry, if you are in Nottingham, don't panic. It's not on fire, unless it is, in which case do evacuate immediately, because I burnt myself on a toaster once. Remember that guy who burnt himself on a Pop-Tart and he sued Kellogg's? He sort of grabbed the Pop-Tart as it sprung out from the toaster, and he's sort of like a Simon Weston now, except he wears it on his hands rather than his face. And I don't think he's had to go in hiding. I think it might affect his love life. It might affect, I don't know. Don't take up magic, because no one wants to see that. Don't take up petty thieving. You'll obviously be identified in a parade of hands. That's a good segue actually into the game, because Ipswich were caught red-handed and red-faced to go down the Western route again, and you'd feel now that's Ipswich's Premier League hopes.
Manchester City against Brighton was 2-2.
It's not a surprise now, is it, when City don't win a game, and they were second best here. You know, Brighton missed a whole host of chances. There will be a lot of people waking up on Sunday in Brighton with regrets.
Yeah,
not more so than the travelling squad who will have only the comfort of the bank accounts to console them. But City, they need to rebuild, because they look like a cut and shut Ferrari at the moment, and Pep's going to struggle to get the players he needs because of the PSR.
Well, is he going through a divorce as well?
He could just ignore that, and Man City could probably ignore the PSR.
I don't think he can. I think he's thinking about it the whole time he's there, and he's trying to teach his chaps to play solid balls and stuff. He's just thinking all the time, fucking hell, I'm going through a divorce, my life's falling apart.
That's the life of a manager, isn't it? You've got to keep these feelings under lock and key and present to the outside world stealth, which he's not doing, actually.
Actually, if I had a lock and key, I would give it the numbers, and I'd say 2103, which is my birthday. I shouldn't have said that, because then people are going to go on it. I'll have to change that later. Southampton Wolves 1-2.
Yeah, this more or less ensures Wolves' Premier League survival. A word on Saints, actually, because they do have some good players, and so they should. They've spent a lot, and that's why they have so little sympathy for the cause, as Matt Letizia might be able to tell you. But like Letizia, Southampton will be banished, and they will be banished to a lower division where they can express themselves to a kinder audience and not have their views challenged by experts.
Right, I wasn't listening to any of that. So, Bournemouth played host to Brentford. The Battle of the Bees. 1-2.
Two very interchangeable teams. It's a who's who of which is which, but no, you're right, Jamie. It was the Bees.
Boar and Brr, so I got that wrong. Right, carry on, sorry.
But it was the Bees who stung the well, I don't know what Bournemouth are called. Actually, the newborn
Cherries.
The newborn mouths, I guess. The bees stinging the mouths. Let's hope they don't get mouth cancer or no. Sorry. That's Brentford. They play nice football. They're a bit like a tote bag. They sort of look nice. They're a bit flimsy, though, and annoying, but they do get the job done. And Thomas Frank looks like a wearer of tote bags. He's a clean Scandinavian prince. And I'm not saying his farts don't smell, but he's certainly got that minimalist vibe. And I think the tidy football that Brentford play is an extension of him. And I dare say an extension of his house.
Okay, on to Sunday. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. Marino, fucking, hang on, are you a midfielder? No. Well, yeah, I am a midfielder, but they're playing me up front.
The man who looks nothing like a striker, and I do mean facially, and he put Chelsea to the sword. And he doesn't look like a swordsman either, before we go down that route. But no, Chelsea just look like a team going through the motions. They look like a 44-year-old man with an Aston Martin, but no clear direction. And I'm sick of the sight of them, to be honest.
Zinchenko would look good with a sword.
Going to disagree with that one.
No, you can see him with a big sword.
I think he would look good as a professional fencer.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that one, mate. Fulham beat Tottenham. Fulham beat Tottenham 2-0. Fucking yes, come on.
Spurs did turn the corner for a bit, but they've got a soft belly, and that was exposed today, and gladly tickled by a Fulham obligated to do so under Marco Silva, who has a passing resemblance, I think, to Colin Farrell. But that's neither here or there. They were the better side today, and it was honestly a bit of a regulation home win.
That's not going to go unnoticed. He does look a bit like Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I'm thinking a younger Colin Farrell, but not necessarily a younger Marco Silva, even though they probably are roughly the same age without Googling that.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And Colin Farrell has a child who has Angelman syndrome. It means that they're kind of trapped inside their body. So It's,
Well, I wouldn't have made that comparison if I'd known.
well, he's an advocate for it, and we should share the love for these types of chaps. Next game was Newcastle United winning the Carabao Cup. Who would have thought it? I don't think anyone would. And great that Newcastle were able to win that. Fantastic. Everyone's happy. Like, you look at Eddie Howe and he's just like a happy man. Like, and Danny Byrne fucking did it, man. He did it for the fucking team. Fucking got in there and England call up for Dan Byrne. England comes calling, and Dan Byrne steps up, man. So
There was actually a moment in that game which I want to bring up to you. Ant and Deck. Well, Ant appeared on the screen, and
with Jason Tunnell-Scav.
oh, that's quite nice actually. Yeah. So Ant appears on screen, and there's a smattering of approval from the Newcastle fans. But then Deck appears, and he gets a much louder reception. And I was just wondering, out of us two, if you and I came up on the screen, who do you think would get the best ovation?
Honestly, me.
I think it depends on the situation. Is it in front of the watching world, general football fans, our friends? I do think it's.
It would still be me.
All of them.
Yeah. Every one of them. There was no podcast this week, was there?
Sorry?
There was no podcast this week. There was no turnstile count this week.
No.
So, like, what are you? What are you? Are you a part of this? Go home or go hard? Well, actually, hang on. Go or go on.
I did leave you a very sincere message explaining why there was no turnstile count, and obviously for the purposes of this show, I'll just say that they were personal reasons.
Yeah, but like the stuff about your mum, it's terminal, yes, but it's not immediate, so you can still pop on and do a turnstile count.
Yeah, I will. I've come up with a new segment called. It's got two names. Well, it's either going to be Best of Class or the Class Report. So I think I favour the Class Report. So here is today's Class Report. Arne Slot shaking hands with every player of Newcastle's team.
Class.
Eddie Howe shaking hands with every player of Liverpool's team.
Class.
And that was today's Class Report.
So that was the football from last weekend. Thanks to Martin for coming along and showing his wisdom. Thanks to Lionade, of course, for sponsoring the programme. I'm still on the Lionade and feeling really good. I've started to... I mentioned it in another segment that'll appear. I've been sleeping a little bit better recently, but still on the Lionade and still enjoying myself. So okay, so that was the football from last weekend.